Hello and welcome to this course on Golang hacking. My name is Fahad Ali and I will be your instructor for this course. In this course we will learn about hacking. In the first section we will learn what is hacking. So we will learn about different types of hacking, for example how it is performed, and then we will also learn what are the different type of hackers, and we will also learn what are the ethical aspects of hacking. So is hacking even legal or not? So we will discuss these kind of things in our program. Then we will move on to the next stage of hacking, which is information gathering and reconnaissance. So in this section we will learn how to gather information. So there are a lot of ways in which you can gather information. So most of them, for example, there are two kinds, active and passive. In active gathering you basically actively scan the internet or the host or the victim machine, and then you try to find out if there is any vulnerability that you can exploit, or if there is a way that you can use or force the victim to communicate with you, and these type of things. This is basically a way to get an idea or overall information about how the victim machine look likes and what's its feature. For example, what's operating system it's running, if there is any port that is open that you can connect to, etc. These type of things. We will learn how to perform this network scanning. So we will learn different programs. For example, we will learn a program called Nmap or Network Mapper. This program will help us to gather information about the victim machine, etc. Then we will also learn about a network scanner. So we will build our own network scanner which will help us to gather information. This network scanner will help us, for example, in creating a program that will actively scan the devices in your own local network. In next section we will learn about MITM or man in the middle attacks. These type of attacks are performed when the attacker puts himself between the victim machine and the internet, and in this way he can intercept or he can monitor all the traffic. So we will learn how to perform this man in the middle attack. And we will learn how to perform ARP spoofing. ARP spoofing is basically a technique through which you can perform the man in the middle attack. So here what you will do is that you will fool the devices or fool the victim machine into thinking that you are the router, and in this way you will get all his data packets or all his network communication that is originating from his PC to your own device, and then you will forward it to the internet and then receive the results back. So don't worry if it's too much at the moment. We will learn about this in detail when we enter into this section. And then once you are in between the victim machine and the internet, you can intercept all his traffic. You can read what the data packets he is sending or what the data packets he is receiving, etc. You can read and decrypt packets. So for example, if the user is logging on to his bank, etc., you can steal his sensitive information using this method. So for example, let's say if you are in a cafe and the victim machine is trying to connect or trying to use PayPal through his PC, for example, he will enter his username and password, and if you are listening to his network traffic, you can easily get access to his credentials. In next section we will build a backdoor. So what's a backdoor? A backdoor is simply a program that will give the attacker unlimited access to the victim machine, so you can get complete control of the victim machine through a command line interface. So we will learn how to build this program, and then we will have the complete control of the victim machine, and we will try to execute commands through a terminal or through command line. So we will build a backdoor from scratch. So what would be the features of this backdoor? So we will create a fully undetectable backdoor. So this backdoor will not be detected by any antivirus since you are creating this backdoor yourself. So this backdoor won't be present in any antivirus database that is on the internet. So basically antivirus programs won't be able to detect, and they won't be able to distinguish if it's a real program or a backdoor. and you will get the complete control of the victim machine. And once you have this control, you can steal his sensitive information from his PC. So using this backdoor, you will be able to upload viruses onto the victim machine. For example, once you get the control, you can simply add registries or modify registries, and then you can add viruses or programs, malicious programs, and the antivirus won't be able to detect them. And then you can also steal his sensitive or personal files, etc. For example, if he has some folder or file that is sensitive, that contains sensitive information, let's say it contains his stored passwords, etc., you can easily copy these from his PC to your own PC. And then finally, we will learn how to build a Trojan. A Trojan is a program that looks legitimate on the front, but in the back end, it performs malicious actions. For example, let's say you have a simple program that is a calculator on front, so it shows calculations, etc. But in the back end is a backdoor, so it will try to connect with the server or with attacker machine, and then the attacker can get a complete control over this machine. And then we will build a keylogger. So a keylogger is basically a program that stores all your keystrokes into a file, for example. And for example, if you are successfully able to deploy a keylogger onto a victim machine, and the victim, for example, logs onto his bank, etc., or any website, for example, then if you have this keylogger running in the background, you can get access to all his keystrokes, so which simply means that you can steal all his passwords. We will learn how to build this program. So that's it. We will also discuss a few other things, but we will go into that as we move along. So what are the prerequisites for this course? So the first thing you need to know if you want to learn this course is Go programming language. If you have no idea about Golang, don't worry, I have a separate course on Golang that you can take, and I will link this course to their resources. So you must have an idea about how Golang works in order to learn this or in order to go through this course. And you must also have a solid background about networking. I will discuss networking in a small detail, but it is highly recommended that you have enough knowledge of networking to easily understand this course. If you don't have any networking background, this course will be really hard to follow. And also this goes without saying that you must have a PC with sufficient resources. So I would recommend at least 8 GB of RAM, because we will have to run different virtual machines which will require a lot of resources. It will work with 4 GB, but I recommend 8 as a minimum. Okay, so that's it for this. Welcome to this course, and let's start learning.